They say it takes 2 days for your dog to start eating your body. It was like someone hit me in the chest with a sledgehammer. I collapsed to the floor. I must have hit my head on something because by the time I regained consciousness, my forehead was sticky with blood. My whole body felt sore. I could breathe, but only just barely. I was down in the basement cleaning that row of shelves I'd been putting off, so I doubt my neighbors heard me fall. I tried to move, but my limbs wouldn't respond. It was as if my entire body was pinned down. What if no one came looking for me? What if I just died down here? My only consolation was that my girlfriend, Stacy, was due home in a few hours. She'd wonder where I was and come looking. But hours passed and no one came. I could feel the blood trickling down from my forehead, sticky and warm, drying against my skin. The weight in my chest made it impossible to call out. I tried once, a guttural gurgle escaping my throat, but it was pathetic. No one would hear that. I was completely alone. Except for Chester. Stacy's dog had always been the quiet, low-maintenance type. He was a rescue. Some kind of small, scruffy mutt with those sad eyes that always made you feel like you had to pet him, even if he ignored you. I heard his nails clicking on the basement stairs, then saw his little face appear at the top of the stairs, tilting his head like he was confused to find me sprawled on the floor. "Chester?" I tried to say, but it came out as more of a raspy wheeze. He slowly padded down the steps, his claws clicking on the cold concrete. I felt a surge of relief. At least I wasn't alone anymore. I had no idea how long I'd been out, but the basement windows suggested night had already fallen. Stacy must have been delayed. Maybe she had to stay late at work or was out with friends. Chester came closer, sniffing around me, his nose brushing my cheek. I tried to move again, to get up, but my body wouldn't cooperate. I was still paralyzed, helpless. The dog sniffed my forehead, his cold nose touching the blood that had dried there. For a moment he backed away, pacing a little. He looked restless. I thought he'd go upstairs and bark or scratch at the door to alert someone, but he didn't. Instead, Chester came back, his sniffing becoming more insistent, more curious. My stomach twisted with unease when I felt his tongue lap at the blood on my forehead. I winced internally. It wasn't unusual for a dog to lick wounds, but the way he was doing it, it was too deliberate, too hungry. Minutes dragged into hours. Stacy wasn't coming. My phone was on the other side of the room, unreachable. My throat was dry, and the pain in my head had faded into a dull throb, leaving me in a state of groggy confusion. All the while, Chester stayed nearby, sitting and watching me with those dark, empty eyes. Then he started to whine. It wasn't a loud sound. In fact, it was so soft that, for a moment, I didn't realize what he was doing. He paced around me, his whining becoming more frequent, more desperate. His hunger was starting to show. I tried to reassure myself. Stacy would be home soon. She'd walk in any minute, realize I was in the basement, and everything would be fine. Chester was just hungry, that's all. But the longer I lay there, unable to move, the more Chester's behavior started to change. He moved closer again, this time pawing at my legs, sniffing with increased urgency. My gut clenched with dread. Chester wasn't just hungry, he was starving. I remembered that old saying. The one about how it takes 2 days for a dog to start eating your body after you die. That wasn't going to happen, right? Dogs wouldn't eat their owners unless they had no other choice, right? But Chester wasn't my dog. He was Stacy's. He didn't have the same bond with me, and right now, I wasn't moving. I wasn't doing anything. To him, I might as well have been dead. Then I felt it. A sharp, searing pain in my hand. Chester's teeth sank into my skin, gnawing at the flesh of my fingers. I tried to scream, but only that horrible gurgling noise came out. The pain was excruciating, but I couldn't stop him. I couldn't pull my hand away. He wasn't stopping. He gnawed at my fingers, tugging at the skin and bone. The sound of his teeth scraping against my bones echoed in my ears, a sickening, wet, crunching noise that made my stomach churn. I must have blacked out again because when I opened my eyes, it was morning. Sunlight streamed in through the basement window, casting long shadows across the room. But the pain in my hand was still there, even worse than before. I looked down and nearly threw up. The skin around my fingers was torn, and